I have things on my mind, but I'm not sure they're quite fully formed yet. It has to do with, I suppose it's all tied in together, really. I didn't really realize that before, but it is. It has to do with family and loyalty and money and success and so on. I suppose the dominant thing on my mind is that most people would rather see you fail and help you pick up the pieces than they would to help you succeed. And you can paint it in different lights too, right? You can say, well, you have to learn yourself. So you have to fail, and then if you need help recuperating, then you'll get that, right? Adversity breeds character, and so on. But you can also paint it in another light. And the other light, I think, is more compelling, more to the truth of it. And it's that most people just can't be arsed fucking helping you do anything. Because it means that they have to do something. It means that they have to put energy and effort into something, resources into something. I'm thinking specifically about resources. Because I'm broke. I'm fucking poor, right? Because of the choices that I've made in my life, where I come from, and the career that I've chosen, and that's okay. I don't actually need money. I don't really need that much to get by. Which is also to the point because the career that I've chosen to do, I don't really need very much to succeed. All I need is time and like a little bit of investment, you know. Um, and I started this quite late in my life because I had a lot of stuff to deal with on my own. Stuff that the people in my life were not in control of, but a lot of stuff that they were in control of or were responsible for or was in some cases their own shit, directly generational shit that all fell on me as an only child, as the youngest member in the family and the only young member of the family, because I come from a long line of people that can't deal with their own shit, never dealt with their own shit. You just find ways of burying it in different ways. And then so comes along me, somebody who's actually smart enough to deal with stuff. Only the problem is I got handed a big fucking mountain of things to deal with, which takes a very long time. Takes a lot of energy, makes me extremely depressed. Basically fucked my life up. But now I'm at a point where most of that, at least for me, is dealt with. Great. Good job me. I'm fucking awesome. I am. I'm great. But now I'm at a point where I'm working on myself, right? I'm working on my career. Something that I'm very good at. Something that I could potentially be extremely good at if I live long enough. You know, you give me 5 to 10 years of time to do this. In my country, fuck, I could even be, I could go national. I'm not kidding. I'm good. You know, I'm good at fucking everything that I do. I am. But that's not the only factors. You know, it seems like arrogance, but it's not. I just have supreme confidence in myself. I just know that I can be good. I know it. I see it. But I need time. I need time to do that. And not only time, I mean, I don't need resources. I don't need money. I don't. Not where I am at the moment. I don't. But money would be helpful. It would. And when I say money, I'm only talking like, fuck, could you buy me like a nice set of tools or something, right? Cost you 100 quid, 100, 200 quid. And that would do me for life. Like, that's it. I don't need anything else. Great. Um, and this is relevant. No, I don't ask for this. I've never asked for anything in my life. But you would think that the people in your life who are closest and most intimate with you would understand and recognize when you're trying to build yourself. You're doing something significant. You know, I've always been very private, private person. You know, and that again is generational because I've had to be. But with this, there's such a difference in how I behave and how I present myself to other people in my life. I go out of my way to show what I'm doing. I go out of my way because I'm so confident in what I'm doing that I know it's good. I want them to see and to be impressed and to be proud of me. You know, so I do that. So it's not as if I'm hiding it away because I'm not. But still, I find that no one gives a fuck. Like, they just don't. If it doesn't impact somebody directly, like your family or your friends, like nobody gives a fucking shit about anything you do. At least in my life, the people that are in my life, and that's fine. I just, I just wish people were honest, you know, um, because I know that they care in a way, in their own way, kind of like a strange adjacency sort of way. But they claim it to be something else. They claim it to be the grandiose term of love. But it's not love. Because if you really love somebody and you wanted them to succeed, you would help them. You would show interest in what they're doing. Now, I don't really need help. I'm very self-sufficient that way. I've always had to be, you know, because of how I grew up. But it just makes me laugh because it's relevant because without going into too much detail, there is a significant loss in the family recently, right? And of course, with loss comes wills and money and so on and so forth. You know, dramatic things, grubby things. To me, in my world, these kind of things should be very simple, very honest in the open and light. But of course, this wasn't anything but that. And the long story short of it is, um, the the resources that were there are no longer there because somebody took them, basically. Which is fine. I mean, not really, but that's an ongoing thing. But um, and I could have used like 1% of that to be successful. Not that 1% of that would make me successful, but it sure would fucking help. Let me tell you that. And the person who has it all, um, it was not done honestly. It was not done with honor. It was not done by the book. And they also lied about it. And it's also doubly an issue for me because I'm the only person that has ever stood up for this person. I'm the only one that's ever defended them, and continue to be a fixture in their life quite deliberately because I know that they're isolated from their own doing. Um, and I don't like the idea because I know isolation. I know it very well, intimately. And I don't want people to suffer that way. And I know that he is suffering in a way, regardless of strange justifications for what he did or what they did. Um, but I continue to be a fixture. I make that effort. I don't have to. I kind of don't give a shit anymore after recent events, but I continue to do it. But this person at any point could help me, but they don't. They never have. And I should have realized this because a few years ago I actually needed help and I actually asked for help. I've never asked for help before. Um, but I actually asked for help. And they said, yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then they backed out at the last minute, which kind of fucked me at the time. Um, so I should have known, but you give people the benefit of the doubt, at least I do. I try not to become jaded, even though I am. I try to stave off the obvious, you know. I try to keep my naivety. I think that's important. People say naivety is a weakness. And it is in a way. But if everybody was to lose it, then the world would be a fucking shit show of debauchery, to be honest. I mean, it kind of is anyway, but I pretend that it's not. Because otherwise I wouldn't really have any reason to live, you know? So that's what I'm processing at the moment. Somebody could help, but they don't. Even after they dishonorably acquired and disrespected the legacy of somebody that I care about quite a lot, who is now dead, gone forever, you know. So that's been bothering me. And with everything, there's always a point. Confrontations, like a graph, you know. I haven't quite reached this point yet. Point of conflict. Maybe tomorrow. I hope not, but maybe. Um, so maybe that'll go pear-shaped. Maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. Who knows what the future holds? I just find it funny. Excuse me. People would always, and this is not just true of this person. It's true of everybody that I've known. People will always watch you fail. And they'll say that they support you and so on. And you can't expect people to help you always. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying help at all would be nice. you know. But maybe it's tied in with gender thing as well, because I'm a man. I am an isolated man, an individual man. I'm a fucking lone wolf, a mangy wolf. So maybe that's a factor of it too. People just kind of leave me to my own devices. Succeed or failure, it's all on me. But it's a shame, really, because I really don't need much. I don't need much at all. I need like 30 minutes of your time, maybe once a week, so I can go, hey, here's something I'm working on. And even that isn't essential, you know. In terms of investment for what I could do with my life and what I could succeed at, and I could if I had the appropriate support to do so. but people don't believe in you. You see, people don't want to put the time in. They don't care. People don't care, you know. Which, further doubles down into or compounds into this idea that I don't think love really exists. And if it does exist, it's extremely rare. Extremely, extremely rare. The self will always take precedent, you know. Which is not entirely incorrect, but it's not a binary thing. It's not a black and white thing. You can be selfless, um, without giving up everything. You know what I mean? You can be selfless in doses. It doesn't have to be absolute. But most people won't do that. They won't. I have. I know that I have. Um, Not that that makes me better or something, but I just wish people would do the same for me, because it will really fucking help me quite a bit. And that's where my head's at today.